Hi, everybody. So lately, I have been doing a bit of book shopping because um, I got a gift card for a belated birthday present for my friend Laura. I went to Bull Moose with Sally 2 weeks ago to turn in some used books and use store credit to buy new ones. And then I went to the bookstore today and used some store credit. So this haul is pretty big. I'm going to start first by talking about new releases. The first new release I'm excited about reading is Julia Armfield's new release that came out at the beginning of December. It's called Private Rights, and it is a modern retelling of the Shakespeare play King Lear, which I have not read yet, so I will be reading King Lear next in my quest to read Shakespeare plays that I haven't read, and then I will compare it to this retelling. The next book that I picked up, which is one of the ones I got at Bull Moose, is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousins. This came out on December 15th, and this is by the same author as The Good Part, which I read last spring and gave 3.75 to 4 stars to. And her books are similar to Ashley Poston's books because they incorporate a lot of magical realism into the plot. And right now, I am on chapter 24, page 236. The next book is Sonia Odette's new book in her Fae Flings and Course and String series, which is her Regency romance series. I first heard about this author through Sarah Caroli because her first series is a series about Disney princess retellings, and my favorite book in that series was Kiss of the Selkie, followed by A Dream So Wicked. A Taste of Poison. So I'm looking forward to reading this one and seeing how the stories of how the adventures of the book in the adventures of the characters in the first book continue. The first book came out at the beginning of August. The next two books are books that I bought with the gift card I got from Laura. So again, Laura, thank you for the gift card. I don't know if you're watching this or not. Both of these books were mentioned in Haley Pham's Best Books of 2024 YouTube video, and the reason why I picked this one up was because of the New York City setting and because it's based off of one of my favorite, it's based off on a 80s, 90s rom-com, which I haven't seen yet. It's called When Harry Met Sally. I'm sure if you all have seen that before, you will know which one I mean. It's the one with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. And there's a scene in that movie that's in Katz's Deli in New York City. So I'm excited to read this one. Apparently, this book is very similar to The Love Hypothesis in that it's based on Reylo fanfiction, which is Star Wars. The next book is Mad About You by Marlee McFarlane. Haley Pham recommended this author to me. Of course, I heard about this book through her top 24 books of 2024 video, and this book also has the same name as a 90s TV show that had Lisa Kudrow on it that she was on at the same time Friends was on, where she played Ursula Buffet, and that's how that show is connected to Friends, because Phoebe is Ursula's twin sister. So I obviously heard about Marlee McFarlane through Haley and also through Rachel Catherine, and they have read the two other books by Marlee McFarlane that I read called Just Last Night and Between Us. I didn't really care about Between Us because I thought the male lead did a really nasty thing by writing a TV show about stuff that was based on his friends, and that caused drama within his friend group. But I really liked Just Last Night, and I'm really excited to read this one. So I am looking to complete the Love Life Farm series. So the first book I ordered from that series, I already have Love Life Farms, but I already have Business Casual because Kate gave it to me. So the only book I'm still waiting for is Mixed Signals, and that's coming in the mail on Thursday. So I will do another video on Thursday where I talk about those books and a couple of other books I'm still waiting to get. The next books that I bought, I picked up when I was at the book signing on Saturday at Books A Million because, of course, I'm a series completionist. And along with these two books and the book that I got signed, Beg, Borrow, or Steal, I also got The Match, which is a book that I read in November by Sarah Adams that I really love the disability representation of epilepsy in. So, as I mentioned in my other video, Sarah Adams confirmed that the fictitious town of Rome, Kentucky is loosely inspired by Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls, and that's why I love this series so much. These books were both top-rated reads of me from last year, and I'm happy to finally own them. One of the other books that I picked up in my haul from Bull Moose when I went out with Sally last week was Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I'm trying to complete my collection of Lily King books, and I'm working towards getting all of them. I read this book back in the fall, and I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, so I can't wait to read it again. The next book is Little Beach Street Bakery by Jenny Colgan. Jenny Colgan is a Scottish author who I first read last June when I read The Bookshop on the Corner. She has a whole series called the Little Beach Street Bakery series, and then she also wrote a bunch of holiday books called Christmas at Rosie Hopkins' Sweet Shop, but I gave 4.7 stars to. Christmas on the Island, which I gave 3 stars to. The next book that I picked up is Euphoria by Lily King. I have borrowed this book from my mom twice, and I decided to use store credit at Longfellow Books to purchase it myself so I can annotate it. And I'm looking forward to going through it again and annotating it so I can talk about it in my reading journal. The next book is also by Jenny Colgan, and it's called Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. If you guys can guess what musical this references, then I will let you guess, and you can leave a comment. It's from the 1950s, and it stars Marilyn Monroe in it. So I will read you what this is about. Sophie Chesterton is London's it girl. She knows all the right people and goes to all the right parties and wears all the right clothes. And her rich parents pay for everything. But deep down, she suspects that her friends and her posh lifestyle are nothing but shallow fakes. Then one evening, Sophie's life takes a shocking, drastic turn when fate decides it's high time for the party girl to make her own way in the world. Forced to earn a meager living as a lowly assistant to a glamour photographer. Life is in a shabby flat with 4 smelly boys and eat baked beans from the can. Sophie's desperate to get her old life back at any cost. But does a girl fully need diamonds to be happy? Full of warmth and sparkle, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend is a heartfelt and warm, winning tale about luxury life lessons and the surprisingly low cost of true happiness. I am currently on chapter 15, and the character in this book reminds me of Rachel at the beginning of Friends when she runs out on her wedding to Barry and has to start her life all over again with moving in with Monica and living off of her dad's credit cards. The last book in this haul is Any Dream Will Do by Debbie Macomber. Debbie Macomber was introduced to me by Lexi's mother, Mary Ellen, and I have read Must Love Flowers, and I am anticipating her new releases. She is coming out with 3 releases back to back. One she came out with last month. She came out with a Christmas release last month, and then she came out with one on December 31st. Her Christmas release, A Christmas Duet, got 4.5 stars for me. I love the sisterly relationship between Haley and Daisy and the disability representation of Daisy's ADHD, and I hope that she comes out with a sequel that focuses on Haley helping her sister navigate her disability, because she was diagnosed with it as an adult, but she knew that something was wrong with her whole life because she struggled in school. If any of you guys can guess which musical this book title references, leave your guesses in the description, but it should be something pretty easy to guess if you're familiar with Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals based on the Bible. This book is as follows. Shay Benson adored her younger brother Caden, and that got her into trouble. When he owed money, Shay realized she would do anything to help him avoid the men who were threatening him, and she crossed the line she never should have crossed. Now, determined to start fresh, she finds herself in search of a place to stay and wanders into a church to escape from the cold. Pastor Drew Douglas adored his wife, but when he lost her, it was all he could do was focus on his 2 beautiful kids, and his flock came in a distant third. Now, as he is too thinking about a fresh start, he walks through the sanctuary and finds Shay sitting in a pew. The pair strike up a friendship. Drew helps Shay get back on her feet and reignites her sense of purpose that over time turns into something deeper, something soulful, spiritual, and possibly romantic. Even Drew's 2 children are taken with this woman who has brought light back into their lives. Perhaps more important, Shay learns to trust again as she, in turn, proves herself trustworthy to her adopted community. But Caden's return to town and a disastrous secret threaten to undo the life Shay has tried to help rebuild. It will take the utmost courage and faith if she and Drew hope to find healing and open their hearts to a bright future. Right now in this book, I am on chapter 6, page 57. I will be back later in the week with another book haul because I'm waiting for a couple of more packages to come in. So that video will be out on Friday. And then later this weekend, Matt and I will be doing our December and January entertainment wrap-up where we will talk about movies that we watched, in December that were not holiday movies. We will be reviewing Inception. We will be reviewing Moana 2. We will be talking about the Wicked movie that we saw at the end of November. And we will be talking about a play that we're seeing on Saturday at Kennebunk High School called Silent Sky. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, everybody.